Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Dynamite post-show review. Dynamite was a very good show tonight. We are building towards Forbidden's Door pay-per-view, which is going to be a fantastic event. It's Wednesday night and you know what that means. The show opens with MJF making his entrance and getting on the mic. MJF is back and he's rocking his brand new merch and he's here to put everybody on notice. When he was out nursing his wounds on his beautiful couch and watching a bunch of children making bold claims on his show. You got one guy saying he's the Rainmaker when he can't even afford a gym membership. You got a guy swerving around and claiming he's the leader of the Mogul Embassy when he got turned on by everybody else in the faction. He wants to call himself a business mogul when he didn't go to business school, or, if he did, he skipped his public speaking courses. But the most egregious claim was from a Cockney cockhead running around saying he's the best in the world. Prove. Last he checked he ain't Chris Jericho or Jon Moxley or Bryan Danielson or Cody Rhodes or Samoa Joe or Adam Cole or Hiroshi Tanahashi. But who's beating all of those guys? MJF. He tells Will Ospreay to check his mouth before he runs it the next time because the guy he says he is, Friedman, is that. In 5 short years he became the face of AEW, from the most hated man on the planet to the most beloved, and that happened by accident, babe, and to Rush. He says like these stupid, filthy, ugly Americans, Max never shuts up. And while he's been gone, Rush has been here working hard and winning, and now he comes back and he gets a big celebration. Where's Rush's celebration? When you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Max says things were bad under Tony Khan, but under the Elite things are even worse. Brandon Cutler's running the truck. It's terrible. He couldn't hear Rush. Say that again. It doesn't matter. His bank account is dry like every woman he's ever slept with. Whoops. MJF took it too far. He's not going to pretend like he doesn't know him. He paid him off to try and take Danielson out. He's well aware of how talented Rush is. But he proved that wasn't the case by selling arena after arena out in Mexico and becoming Raw World Champion and then bludgeon the best here in AEW. But here's the problem. He ain't one of the best. He's the best. But out of respect, love and admiration for Rush, he's going to tell him how being interrupted felt, and he drops his catchphrase on him in Spanish. Rush attacks and they brawl until Christopher Daniels hits the ring with security to pull them apart. It takes referees and separate security companies, but eventually they get separated. Next up is AEW International Championship number 1 contenders match. Standard 4-way business early. Fenix and Cassidy into it. Springboard arm drag from Ray. Kick combination. Orange with a stunned dog millionaire, but Fenix breaks it up with a senton. Kicks of his own on Orange. Lethal combination sets Fenix up. Lethal injection on O'Reilly. Spinning toe hold reversed. Ray Fenix wins by pinfall with a small package on Jay Lethal, becoming number 1 contender to the AEW International Championship. Post-match, Trent comes to the ring to start with Orange Cassidy again. Cassidy gets back on his feet and in the ring and no Trent, but Chris Statlander is in the ring with a chain and cold him on the jaw. Willow Nightingale makes the save. Back from break, Willow is interviewed backstage. She faces facts and admits she lost, and Mercedes is the AEW TBS Championship, but they have a score to settle after the visual pin she got. She always says she's driven by her smile, but after being stabbed in the back you don't know how dangerous she can be. Orange Cassidy rolls up with a lazy fist bump by way of thanks. Christopher Daniels comes out to introduce another AEW TNT Championship qualifying match between Brian Cage and Mark Briscoe. Briscoe with elbows, off the ropes, flying forearm, big chops, big boot in the corner, block a short-arm lariat, explode a suplex counters for 2. Cage calls for it, rolling elbow gets a super kick, duck a discus lariat. Mark Briscoe wins by pinfall with Froggy Bow, securing a spot in the ladder match at Forbidden's Door. Scapegoat Jack Perry cuts a promo at the TV screen backstage about how he's already proven nobody will sacrifice as much as he will, and he's proven that he is the next TNT champion. Samoa Joe and Hook are interviewed backstage. Tony Nese, Ari Daivari, and Mark Sterling roll up and Tony taunts Hook about his physique. Joe holds him back and says dogs like them don't talk to killers like them and they'll handle it on their time. Back from break, the Learning Tree roll up on the Point Zero backstage. Chris Jericho congratulations them on their increased personal success and gives Daddy Magic commentary tips and cool hand-handy parenting tips. Brian Keith tells Parker to make sure the baby respects Chris Jericho. The Acclaimed make their entrance and the Young Bucks cut Max Caster's mic and cites the handbook at them for disparaging EVPs. Their segment is cut and they have to get out now. Renee interviews Shane Strickland backstage. He says Roderick Strong talks about climbing mountains while he's dealing with the mountain, and he's going to bury him under it. He says the next time Team AEW gets assembled you don't forget the AEW World Champion, because this is his house. Next up is BCC vs CMLL guys, all for men pairing off, Esfinge and Yuta in the ring together and brawling. Bryan in the ropes, Magnus with a tiger feint kick, Yuta off the ropes, leapfrogs, sidestep, chops, tearing at the CMLL man's mask, charging, Blackpool working Magnus over. Yuta with a back suplex, Magnus with a corner lariat into corner knees, Costagnoli double legs him into the giant swing. Moxley with the dropkick, world liner but Danielson breaks it up. Chest kicks on Volador, he ducks a lariat, tag to Rugido, dropkick on the Ragon, snap scoop power slam on Yuta. Whip across, huge hip toss, cover, nope, match breaks down, Rugido rolls Wheeler up, only to, Olympic slam takes him down, seatbelt. It's over, Blackpool Combat Club win by pinfall with a seatbelt pin from Wheeler Yuta on Rugido. Back from break, Christian Cage meet with the Young Bucks backstage. Christian wants another title shot to make up for getting screwed at Double or Nothing. Matthew Jackson says if they had it their way they'd hand out belts to them, but when they tried to do that for Jack Perry last week, Christopher Daniels screwed it up. They're gonna see what they can do and they'll all continue scratching each other's backs. Next up is Mariah May vs Saraya. Tony Storm is on commentary for this one. May with dropkicks out the gates, spinning side slam to the floor, Saraya with a big super kick. May with an elbow in the corner, super kick from Saraya, stepping through again. Scorpion cross lock applied in the middle of the ring, Mariah looking at Tony at ringside. Saraya wins by submission with the Scorpion cross lock. Post-match, Tony slides into the ring to check on Mariah May, but Holly Cameron and Saraya beat them down. Mina Shirakawa makes the save. May plays peacemaker and holds them both to her own bosom. The Learning Tree run into Private Party backstage and Jericho advises them to change their name to Public Party. Thanks but no thanks, respectfully, and Brian Keith steps up to shout disrespect at them. Big Bill holds him back, and Jericho invites them to TV time next week. Back from break, Bryan Danielson cuts a promo. He talks about what a blessing it is to see a guy like Wheeler Yuta come back from months off and get the big win. He talks about how he said 8 months ago he was only gonna do another year, but with 4 months left it hasn't been what he wanted it to be. He missed a chance to win the TNT title, he lost the Continental Classic, he lost to Okada, and he loses and loses and loses. The straw that broke the camel's back was losing an Anarchy in the arena. He was real down about it and talked to Wheeler about how fired up he was to come back, and he realized his year ain't over yet, and since the winner of the Owen is getting the all-in title match, he got fired up one more time. It might be his last shot, but it's his best shot, and he's going out on top. It's main event time on Dynamite. Roderick Strong vs Swerve Strickland for AEW World Championship. Circling, leg pick from Strong, into the ropes, Swerve with a hip toss, suplex blocked, float over, kick the leg out from under him, kicking the knee, chops, whip reversed. Strong bounces off the turnbuckles, Shane up top, Taven runs interference, Roddy shoves the champion, gets under him, backbreaker into the turnbuckles. Swerve fighting to his feet, Strong clobbers him with a knee lift, fireman's carry gutbuster, reversed into a Swerve stomp. Strong off the ropes, Olympic slam connects, roll through, under hooks, Gibson driver, jumping knee, so close. To the apron, drawing Swerve up, back elbows and chops from the champion, kick sets Roddy hanging, slingshot Swerve stomp to the floor. Knee blocked this time, house call connects, IT's over. Swerve Strickland wins by pinfall with the house call, retaining the AEW World Championship. Strickland celebrates with the crowd. That's the show, folks. Please guys like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.